Okay, once again, we're going to go ahead and get started. Assalamu alaikum. We all know what that means. It just simply means peace. So let me start off again by saying, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is but one God, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I'd like to thank you all for supporting us these last 2 days. I believe that yesterday was a great success. And I believe that yesterday made an impact on at least the panelists' mind, because the panelists were important. Because most of those that were on the panelists are either leading some kind of organization, or they have influence in the community over many people. And so it's important that we come together today like we did 30 years ago. But we're doing it in every local city throughout America. And so if you tally them numbers up, you may end up getting about 2 million. It just depends on the impact that other cities have. But I want to kind of give us a review of what happened yesterday, but I want to concentrate on 3 things as we went over the 1995 March speech by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And like I said earlier, if you wasn't here earlier, Brother Ben Shavers, he had to come up and make it real crystal clear. And you can go back and hit playback on YouTube to hear him say that he identified one man making the call. And through the one man, many came. And so what we're doing today is trying to break that down locally. And so we're trying to do something that needs to be done because we're in such a terrible state. But one of the questions I posed to the panelists was, did we drop the ball? And so Dr. Wesley, he used a word that he said, well, I want to add on to that. But he used one of the bigger words that most of us didn't quite understand. So really it was, well, let me elaborate a little more on that. And so he went into how the enemy got busy after he saw what he saw. Because he saw black people coming together like he had never seen before. And that was the sign of a major change. And that he may not be able to hold the power and influence that he had over the past 400 plus years. And so he got busy, but I want us to question ourselves. Even though he got busy and he started changing the rap game and he started doing things in the mass media and on TV, internet, and the radio, and he's still doing it today, we have a choice. Because what I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say was that we had to work on our moral conduct. And he wanted us to take that back home. That was a problem. Because most of us didn't work on our moral conduct. We came back home and then we forgot. And we went back into doing what we were doing before we even went to the march. And so we allowed people to come in and trick us. But the thing that he said beware of was the enemy, Willie Lynch. Anybody here familiar with Willie Lynch? Okay, we're quite familiar with Willie Lynch. But there was 3 things that he put in us: envy, distrust, and what was the other? Fear. And fear. We're going to break that down today with the panelists. Because as we ask the panelists this question, they're going to have to ask themselves, do I have any of this in me? Because if we have it in us, we're going to have to get it out of us.
That's right.
If we want to make any progress. If we want to see our children grow into the giants and the brilliant people that they should be, we got to remove it. And if we have any fear of any censor, we have to take a look in the mirror, because if you do, you are part of the problem. And so, by saying that, I want to get right into the questions, and I want to start with fear. Do we have fear of being censored by a censorer? And a censorer don't have to necessarily be a Caucasian person. That censorer may be your boss.
That's right.
I want to say this with the question. One of the lessons that we've learned in the Nation of Islam is, who is the devil? And then it goes into a second question. Who is the father of the devil? The father of the devil, we say, is Yaqub, but Yaqub was an original black man. So they can easily say, don't blame me for the things that I do. Blame yourself. So with that question, I want to ask about fear. If I could start with my sister over in the corner here. And we just want to work our way down. The mic won't reach all the way over there. If you could just come. Oh, let's first introduce the panel. I'm sorry. But as I call you up, can I have you all to introduce yourself? We can't pass it.
Thank you, brother. Okay. Good afternoon. And I'm going to introduce myself to those that I introduced myself to yesterday. But today, I'm still Robin Carey Boyd. I'm still a proud black woman. I continue to lead one of the oldest, or the oldest civil rights organization in the country, that is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I serve as the president. And the question, so today we can keep it real. Fear. The truth is, I think we are afraid. I think many people are. I had to ask myself, am I going to be a part of this movement? And then I thought back, and I thought about Martin Luther King, and I thought about all the people who supported him. I thought about the boycott. I thought about, weren't they afraid? Didn't they know when they woke up that morning that they were about to be a part of a change, a movement, making a statement? Some made it home, some didn't make it home. And I made a conscious decision to say that I wanted to be a part of today's movement. Because as we know, the change that we made happen at that time, and then with the Million Man March, we were trying to make a statement. I think it was a movement.
That's right.
It was a beautiful, proud feeling to know that our black men stepped up and stepped out and made that treacherous trip to DC. I thought it was awesome. But we all have to tell the truth today, that even though it happened then, we made that change, we made that movement, we stepped out on faith, it didn't last. Our men, our people, we became a little stagnated in our movement. And now we have, and I don't like to say who it is and the name of it, but we know who the leader of the country is, and is leading us the wrong way. It's stripping us of our rights and privileges. And so I think it's time. We're back. And as a black woman, I want to continue to be supportive. Whatever fear that I have or hesitation, I want you to know I'm standing strong. I will pass the message along. I have a platform and I want to share it out. And I want to share your message of positivity, because there's nothing prouder than to see black men standing together, not drinking, not smoking, not cursing, not fighting, being positive and moving it forward and showing our children of today how it's supposed to be. So hey, let's bring it back, and I am not afraid. I thought about it. I had some fear in my mind, in my heart, and I said, no, I'm gonna step out, I'm gonna put my clothes on, step up and join this movement. So I'm here today, unafraid and unapologetic for being a proud black woman.
Thank you, sister. We're gonna continue. We're gonna let the panelists introduce themselves, and then we're gonna continue with those questions. Fear, envy, and distrust.
Before I start, let me greet you with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Brother Sunshine, Sylvester Sunshine Lee. I'm a student of Miss Catherine Dunham, world-renowned anthropologist, humanitarian sister that stay in the great city of East St. Louis. I'm the director of the Community Performance Ensemble. I'm the director of the Male Involvement Organization, which is another strong black organization in the great city of East St. Louis. Well, coming behind my sister, I want to say thank you so much for being a proud black sister that you are. Let's give us some love. Somebody give us some love. And I want to say this, and I didn't say it yesterday, but I'm going to say it today. Last Sunday around this time, she and the NAACP gave me an award, a Lifetime Achievement Award, for all of the work that we have been doing in the black community. I certainly appreciate that honor. The question is fear, distrust, unity. Let's go back. Let's go back into slavery. Okay, let's go back just a little bit. Was there distrust during slavery? Question. Did we have that distrust then? We still do. We still got turncoats, informers, right? Spies, cuisine, right? Snitches. Ain't nothing changed, okay? That fear that this brother talk about goes way back with me too as well. As sister said, I walk with a brother that stayed in St. Louis under Miss Catherine Dunham. You may know this brother, Dick Gregory. This brother and I used to go around and get arrested so many times. When he first came to East St. Louis, I was at my home doing work, got a phone call from Madam Catherine Dunham and said, "Can you come to my house right now?" I said, "Sure, Miss Dunham, let me get there right away." I put on my dashiki because I didn't know what was going on. She said, "Oh, by the way, bring your drum." I rushed over there to her house, and there was Dick Gregory, Harry Belafonte, Jesse Jackson, and a few other people was there at her home. It was about her protest, Aristide leaving Haiti. Okay? And so when I got there, got up to Miss Dunham's room, Dick Gregory called us all in and told us what we intend to do the next day. There was 15 people involved in the protest. But when Dick Gregory told us what we was going to do, the next day we was going to get up at 5:30 in the morning and lock up the FBI's office. They said, "What?" 3 people showed up. The fearful-hearted Negroes that said that they was tough with their mouth didn't show up. 3 people showed up, me, Dick Gregory, and a guy named Cleo Willis. we locked up the FBI's office, was not fearful of anything. So the fear that we talk about, they can say it with their mouth, but their heart is far removed. That kind of fear that we talk about today, even on your jobs, brothers and sisters. That white fella tell you what to do and you get nervous and start shaking and I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm not that. But the next day you shaking in your boots. We had one of them fellas, then with Brother Ralph.
Yes, sir.
And Leslie Bates. But the white fellow was scared of us. Real bad. Because we was not fearful. Men had heart. So that fear, brothers and sisters, Brother Earl, panelists, it still exists. It still exists. It existed then on a plantation. Whenever a Negro felt like that he was talking big and bad and we're gonna get off this plantation. Okay? The other Negroes that didn't like it, was good with master, went to old master. So that fear went back then and is now, right now, as we exist. So yeah, very conscious of it. I hope, I pray that this kind of fear would leave us, that we won't become turncoats, informers, snitches to one another, and that would hurt each other for what we're doing today, okay? So I always say when I'm different places doing anything, well, all of the informers come to the front. So you can go back and tell Massa what I said. So it won't be twisted. Okay? All right. So yeah, Brother Earl, that fear still exists.
Thank you. Let us give it up for Brother Sunshine. I want to quickly move to my sister who addressed some of it yesterday. And she, let her introduce herself.
Okay, thank you. My name is Stephanie Bush. I am your vice chair for the African Descents Reparations Commission, which means the state of Illinois is working on repair for historic damages done to those of us who are of African or Native American descent. I am also the founder and president of the Illinois Juneteenth Committee and the president for the Miss Illinois Juneteenth pageant, and also the founder for Community Development Sustainable Solutions. We are pillars of excellence for the state of Illinois, and we are recent recipients of the Illinois Governor's Hometown Award as finalists for 2025. Let me hear something, just a little. Okay, thank you. Thank you. But what we're talking about is very important here, because standing up here and thinking really about repair overall, the big word reparations, we're going to just take it back to the root, repair. We can't talk about unity unless we do talk about the fear. And like I said yesterday, it's about a further purging of yourself. You have to really purge who you are and what you want and think about the way that we stratify our relationships with others, because we are revisiting on ourselves the trauma that we've been shown that should be acceptable. That you should be better than me, or I'm better than you, or you're not light-skinned, you should be dark-skinned, or you should be part of this or part of that. So when I think unity, I think about what we're doing to each other right now currently. And what is the fear? If you've already been afraid dealing with the current system and those that don't look like us, at some point, if we're talking about coming together, then we must begin to look at what's keeping us apart. So what is that fear? Is that still like a crab in a bucket type of thing we got going on? Because I think that's pretty much what it is, that we can look at each other and look down and not be thinking to help each other up. So yeah, I think that takes us to the word envy that you brought up, Brother Earl. Fear, whom shall you fear? Because we only have one creator. Whom shall you fear? And if you're dope, you need to stand on your own dopeness. Can't nobody be you. You know, I want to say one last thing about unity. You know, I heard some people whisper when they saw this flag over here. But for anybody super black in the room, I love to use the term super black, because that flag, if any flag, shows that we understand that we are a diaspora of blackness. And if I had to really state my ethnicity, then I am a Native American of African descent. So I stand right here at the crossroads. I'm a bridge builder, as I should be. I am the beginning, I'm the first, and I'm your mama. But yet on the other end, I'm the builder, right? We built this. So I will continue to use the red, white, and blue flag as it relates to Juneteenth, because that's really our colors. We really are the ones who built that. And I will end with Halito. I am a proud Chata Ahoyo, a proud black woman, okay, of African American descent. Thank you.
Okay, let us give it up for my sister. We're gonna move straight over to the people who made today possible here at Cahokia Heights. Let us receive my sister, Sister Francella Jackson.
Good afternoon. So I'm here doing 3 parts, so I get a little longer than some of the panelists. The first thing, I want to bring you greetings on behalf of Cahokia Heights Mayor Curtis McCall Sr. In 2015, when his son was elected the first black mayor of the village of Cahokia at that time, I became the first black city administrator.
Here, here.
And you would have thought it was 1960. The way we were treated. The level of disrespect to a young black man. Because they thought this is their town. They own everything in it, and we are the immigrants in the village of Cahokia. But we stayed steadfast. He was more polite than I was, of course. They treated him terribly. They called him names. Going to those council meetings, you would have thought that we were in Mississippi. And he would tell you the story. He often says, I had a birthday celebration, and he said, you know, Francella she would be real upset at those people. And she said, Mayor, I got some people I can call, and we can stop all this. And he said, I don't know who those people were today, and I still don't. But some of those people were the Nation of Islam. That's right. Because when they show up, they sit down and act like they have some sense. And I called Brother Ralph. He said, okay, just let us know when. Because they were ready to show up in a council room full of people who don't look like us, calling him the N-word and little boy and stuff like that. And don't sleep, because if you go over to the school district, what they're doing to him right now is a tragedy. Nowhere in this country did the Illinois Federation of Teachers or in this state come and partner with a union and go on YouTube every week, every day, criticizing the superintendent and talking openly about negotiations that are going on. Robin worked for the school district. We have some school district people, never. Cahokia Heights used to go on strike, District 189, but that podcast that they do every week, and he won't let me address it, but don't sleep. It's going on at the school district. So that's the greeting on behalf of Mayor Curtis McCall. And now to the question. Did I introduce myself? Francella Jackson, Chief of Staff. That's it. That's the introduction. That's the welcome. And now to the question of fear, envy, and distrust. I fear no one on this earth. I envy no one on this earth, and I trust no one.
Let us give it up for Sister Francella Jackson. I'm going to elaborate on that. She is real. And she don't take no for an answer, and she don't make any excuses for her shortcomings. As a matter of fact, she gonna make it right. And you can hate, but guess what? Her love is deeper than your hate. So thank you, Sister Priscilla. I want to take a pause, and I don't see my special friend. Where she is? There she is. There she trying to hop up out the way. You know what, Sister Glory? Look, let me tell you all. If you want to make the Bible real, it's a book called Scripture. And whenever you're in a play, the actors are acting off of what? This sister is like one of the Marys from the book. She is always after young black men. And she will love them, pick them up, hug them, kiss them. As a matter of fact, she picked me up.
There it is. Okay.
And she knocked on doors, and whenever she went in, she brought me right along with her. And I was her friend, part of her team. If you don't want want him, then you don't want me. And so as I went through the doors, she's made many friends for me. And so we're here today because of that sister. As a matter of fact, I would say to the mighty MGT, that is your MGT. She's like an MGT captain in this territory, in this Metro East. So let us continue, let us receive our former mayor, Sister Deborah Pye. Let us give it up for Deborah Pye. As a matter of fact, the first black mayor of St. Louis.
Thank you very much. And I know we should be proud of being the first black, but we should be focusing on being the first anything that's good. I was not just the first black female mayor of the city of East St. Louis. I was the first female, period. And let me thank you all for this opportunity to come before you. My good friend, person whom I love, Minister Ralph Muhammad, he's always stood by me in the Nation of Islam, and I honor and I appreciate all of you all. Most certainly want to acknowledge in his absence, Mayor McCall Sr. He's my friend and he believes in what we're trying to do. Let me say this as it relates to fear. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, yes, 30 years ago did call for the black man to come from all across the world to converge into Washington. And many people listened. Do you know why? And I think we miss this when we talk about the Million Man March. What Minister Farrakhan spoke to was your person, your inner being, and that gave you the courage to decide to go to the march. See, it wasn't just a call, it was a calling from within that compelled you, all of the men, to do differently. And let me say this, God did not give us the spirit of fear, but of courage and a sound mind. And so we have to speak to the mind of people today. And fear is not external. Fear is internally within you. And oftentimes the reason why you're fearful is because you don't know who you are. You have to ask God, who am I and why was I created? And then you wouldn't have fear. If you know your purpose, you'll step out on faith and you'll know that God is with you and you'll walk boldly, but you cannot do it if you don't take time out to find out who you are. Now, let's talk about the distrust. You know why the Million Man March was successful in addition to other reasons? It's because we eradicated the distrust of being arm in arm with our brothers. That's what made it a harmonious atmosphere. And we are missing that within our respective communities. Because we, first of all, don't know who we are. And because we don't know who we are, we don't know who you are. And then when you get people together who really don't know who they are, they can just go any way the wind blows. Because there's no anchor. And you need to have an anchor in who you are. And then when you talk about envy, one of the things you have to understand is this. If you look at a jigsaw puzzle, no two pieces of the jigsaw puzzle are the same. Everyone has its unique quality. But when you put that part of your part of the puzzle on the mat, what you find is it connects perfectly with the person or the position in which you're supposed to be with. Sometimes we try to put our corner part in the middle and it's not going to fit. You have to understand what your part is. And you have to understand this. Your part is as equally as important as any other part of a puzzle. If you think about a real jigsaw puzzle, and in our days we had these little cushions that could just swallow up anything. And if you're doing a puzzle on a table, if you're missing that one piece, the puzzle's no good. And so I submit to you today, God is giving you your own piece of life's puzzle. Your own piece of the puzzle of bringing us together and taking the Million Man March from a march to action. And it's because you don't understand that you are the only one that can put your part of the puzzle on the mat. So now you have to ask yourself, you have to ask God, who am I? Why do I fear doing what you've created me to do and to be? And then you have to ask yourself, why is there such distrust? And then you ask yourself about the envy part. You don't have to envy anyone else because God has given you your own mountain to climb. So why should you strive to be society's Einstein? You have to understand who you are. And you have to cultivate the talent that God has given you. You have to have a vision to see where it fits in, taking the Million Man March from 30 years ago to your own communities even today. Let me say this to you. Your part of the puzzle just could be, if you are a former social worker, don't you know in the school systems right now, our children are facing some enormous social and emotional problems. Maybe your piece of the puzzle is to take what you've learned in your private profession and then go and volunteer in the school systems. If you are an educator, a former educator, and you've retired, maybe your piece of the puzzle is not to go home and retire from life, from feeding the children. Maybe it's to go to the school systems and become a tutor during class, not after school, because the most effective way to teach our children is during school, because a lot of them are not going to be able to attend after school because many of them have to take care of their siblings. So we have to seize the moment when we can do that. If you are a carpenter, why not go to the schools and then speak to some of the children and pull them out of their classrooms and talk about the importance of connecting the educational portion with the math and the science and all of those things and tell them how it connects with carpentry. You have to understand your place is not to retire and go sit down. It gives you more freedom to go and put your piece of the puzzle on the mat. So what did the Million Man March teach us? It taught us that we can have courage and not fear to come together as a people. It taught us that we can not have distrust with one another as we're touching elbows. And it also taught us that there's no need to have envy because the work is plentiful. The laborers are few. And so my charge to you is, what are you going to do with your piece of the puzzle that God has given you? We have to get better. And understand this, things will not get better until we get better, until you get better. So you see the vision on how you fit with all of what is happening. So if you're satisfied just sitting at home because you and yours have yours, shame on you. We are hungry, and I'm talking about the children. We're hurting. Our people who own property, you're okay with letting them live in slums? It shouldn't be. It can't be about the money. It has to be about ministry. It has to be about service. So I submit to you, the only reason you will have fear, the only reason why you would have distrust, and the only reason why you have envy is because you have not learned who you are and who you were created to be. Thank you for the opportunity.
Let us give it up, Okay, you all, this is my brother, my friend, my student minister here at the city of East St. Louis, Mosque number 28B. He was loving enough to me that he took me in his arms in 2014 when I was up under some of the most malicious attacks. But that's something that he and I knew about, not to be shared here. But envy kills. Envy will cause a brother or sister to murder one another.
That's right.
Envy makes a person want to be you. And if they can't be you, they wonder, well, why is that so-and-so standing up there doing what he doing when I want to do it? Envy kills. And so we have to kill the envy itself. And so I want to introduce to you all my brother, who we don't have an issue with that, because he's seen a talent in me, and that we have this inside joke, while others think we're fighting all the time, and we do fight now. And we fight, because we talk about right and wrong. But we fight in the best of manner. But my brother loves me enough to where I say, old men for counsel, young men for war. I'm running a race right now, just 3 weeks from a point where I was really dead and gone, but they revived me and brought me back because God ain't done with me yet. So let me introduce to you my brother, my friends, the local student minister of Mosque number 28B, student minister, Brother Ralph Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. In the most holy name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is indeed his messenger. Again, we say, Assalamu alaikum. I just told Sister Deborah, I don't know if I want to come behind you, and Sister Francella, Stephanie, and Sister Bobby, Sister Boyd, and then Brother Sunshine. I mean, I think enough has been said, don't you? Right? And if I get to talking, I may be a little long, so I'm gonna try to shorten it a little bit, right? First of all, I'd like to thank, again, Sister Francella and the Cahokia Heights community for embracing us. And today, with the power being out today, and she went to all that to make sure we still, that's right. I mean, lights. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give it up, right? I mean, what people would do that unless they love you? That's right. And respect you. That's right. Right? Yeah. We have to learn now and bring those behaviors back to our community, right? Yeah. And there are 3 key words, and I probably can speak on these a couple of hours, but I can't do it today, right? Mr. Farrakhan did a lecture once called Fear, Faith, and Truth, right? Brother Earl asked us to talk about envy, distrust, and fear, correct? Do you realize that fear restricts the will?
You tell it.
Fear restricts the will.
That's right.
If you allow fear to stop, you're not going to do nothing. So the black man, we always on a question mark about, because we got a little fear.
That's right. Teach.
Right, Brother Sunshine?
Teach.
You should fear no one but God.
That's right.
That's what she was saying. Why would I fear this man? He's a man like me, and she's a woman. I must fear God, because he's got all the power. You ain't got enough power to put no fear in me, y'all. Right? Fear restricts the will. Right? They talked about envy. Right? Now, envy is a strange thing. I can tell a person when they're jealous. I can see it in your face. But envy is in the heart.
Come on.
You know, when a plane crashes, what do they look for? The black box. All the issues of life on that plane is in that black box. So all the issues in your life is in your heart. Right? So if you got envy, you don't want what I got, you just don't want me to have it. If I get a car, you want me to crash it, you hope somebody steal it. If I build a new house, you hope it burn down. You don't want the house, you just don't want me to have it. That's the problem in the community, right? You know, Stephanie's over reparate. I don't want her position, I just don't want her to have it. It's crazy as hell, right? And I said hell because, you know, I'm a black man, raised in the hood. I can say hell, you know, and a few other words too, right? But we're respectful. And Sister Franzella was right. If you call us and you got a problem, you know, we deal with it accordingly, right? But we're very respectful men and women. We're taught in Islam to be civil, right? Respect one another. But don't let the smooth taste fool. Everybody all right? Don't be scared. You ain't supposed to have no fear now. I ain't putting no fear in nobody. But when you think about distrust, that's a big problem in our hood. Right?
Yes, it is.
We got to stop doing that, right? Because I think Sister Deborah said it real beautifully. You first got to love yourself. Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us 3 key words. Accept your own and be yourself. And who is yourself? Now, we're taught yourself as a righteous Muslim. You can say righteous Christian, you can say righteous whatever you want to say about yourself, but the key word is righteous, right? Because I'm being a righteous human being, then I got love for you.
That's right.
Right? I don't fear you because if you got something, you got a gift that she taught about purpose, and you got a gift that I want to learn from you. Because it's going to help propel me into my future. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So let's eliminate those out of our vocabulary. Right? I love you for who you are. Prophet Muhammad taught us. A Muslim is one who loves for his brother or his sister what he loves for himself. Right? So if you're doing that, we're all Muslim anyway. You know, you say, well, I'm Christian now. Well, you know, where did we come from? Somebody talked about, you know, we got in 1555, right? You might not even know that, right? But what were we before we came to America? What was our religion?
Islam.
Obedience.
That's right.
Obedience. We obeyed God, right? We didn't throw our children to Adam and got that suggestion, right? And I want you to go back and read Willie Lynch. Because Willie said he had a plan for the slave master, that if the slave master would take this plan, right, it'd keep us slaves not for hundreds of years, but perhaps for thousands of years.
That's right.
And what was that? Well, if you light skinned versus dark skin, good hair versus what? Bad hair, right? So we had all these crazy things, house nigga versus field nigga. You know, we still do that today, right? You know, you're a supervisor, I'm just a worker, right? Right? I want to add this, because, you know, I can talk all day. I want to add this. I was thinking last night, Sister Boy, right? Sister Stephanie, Brother Sunshine. Sister Deborah wasn't there, but she planned on being there. She know I love her to death, Friend Sally. Oh, can you hear me? And brother, oh, Mike's right there.
Preach about God.
Yeah, God, something, ain't it? I'll pop up.
That's what happened.
God come on. We don't mean mental. We don't mean physical. We mean mental. We want to raise our people up to another level, right? And we need repair because we damaged.
Yes.
That's right.
We mentally sick.
You're here.
All of us. You know why? Because of the slave master.
Yeah.
He did a job on us. Come on now, you can face up. You got to face the reality.
Yeah.
You can't get healed if you don't face what your problem is.
That's right. Teach.
Right? Hell, he did he's low down, no good. He did a job on us.
Yes.
He raped your mama. He raped your sister. He took my auntie and my uncle and said, you gotta impregnate one another, produce me some babies. Then he killed the parents and raised the children as slaves in 1555 in the Caribbean islands.
That's right.
We've been slaves ever since. And we're mental slaves. Right? So we gotta get out that mentality. So we thank Allah, God, we call him Master Father Muhammad, for coming to save us from ourselves. Right? So whatever you call God, I'm not trying to get you to be a Muslim, that's your business. But I'm trying to get you to accept God in your life. And God will make you a better human being.
That's right.
Absolutely. Right? No compromise, no fear, no distrust, and of course no envy. But go study William Lynch and read his letter. Right? He did a job on us. So let's love, Jesus said this, right? Let's love ye one another, right? Get back to my point before I lost my point. I said last night, all those on the panel, but if I may say this real quick, those on the panel last night and here today, right? They said, where do we go from here? We start with what we had today and what we had last night. Let's get busy, right? I mean, we talk enough, don't we? We always talking. We all got the gift of gab. Damn, we can talk for days, right? But let's go to work. She had an action plan. Sister Boy got an action plan. Sunshine, my sweet sister Deborah, Francella, Brother Earl, we all got an action plan. Let's put them all together and let's go to work.
You're here.
One of our biggest problems is it is our children. But we're the problem, mothers and daddies, right? Don't do as I do as I say.
That's right.
Damn, if you smoking, I want to smoke too. Yeah, you drink, I want to drink too. You know, you got 4 or 5 women dead, I want them too. Right? We got to teach them better principles. Our morals in our community are out the window. We have none. We do anything. Facebook got us crazy as hell, social media.
That's right.
Right? You got brothers looking all day. God damn. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Hey.
We got to stop being silly. Right? Everybody all right? And let me say this, I get up to Russia. Brother EJ, my man.
That's right.
My man, right? Hot and grain, right? Beautiful black man, right? Who's went through the struggle for us.
That's right.
Go back and read his books.
That's right.
Drum Voices, right? And all that he said, I mean, here's a man with Maya Angelou.
That's right.
Y'all might not even know who she is.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey.
That's right.
I mean, he circled the globe, and he's in our midst. And this brother mentioned Catherine Donald. We disrespected her. Anthropologist, dancer, living in East St. Louis in our community. And most of us didn't even know that. Am I right or wrong?
That's right.
It's emotion.
Last point. We always say there's Muslims, right? I told Dr. Wesley yesterday, I said, brother, did you realize that East St. Louis is the home of Miles Davis, Donald McHenry,
That's right.
Jackie Joyner Kersey, Gabriel Brown? They had a hell of a basketball.
That's about it.
Hey, say track team, hey. Her and her sister. I mean, this is boogie, man. And like when we say we Muslim East St. Louis 28, that includes Cahokia Heights, all where we live at, right? Because we black folks. And you know, one thing about the Nation of Islam, we will fight for you.
That's right.
We're not scared of them. We ain't scared of no white folks. We put them in their place like they should be.
That's right.
Because remember now, they ain't even 6,000 years old. I'm not going to preach on that one. But remember now, we are the gods.
Yes.
We are the gods.
That's right.
Male and female. Right? So don't let that enemy put you down to the point that you can't get up for yourself. Right? Look, may God bless us. We love you dearly. Sister Gloria, we see you over there. I heard about you later, so you didn't tell nobody about it. Right? But we family. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So Robin, NAACP, Sunshine Cultural Arts, right? Reparations, right? Educator, community organizer, secretary, Muslim, whatever you want to call it, daddy, entrepreneur, whatever. And this sister right here, Brother Ricochet, right? We all come together and just sit down and work out a plan of action that we can change the course of our own community. I mean, these boogers shouldn't look like that. But Rick mentioned yesterday, we got all this land, but we ain't doing nothing with it. We could grow food. We could build warehouses to grow all the food that we need. That's right. Right? And we ain't got to go to Snooks or them now Arabs go, now the Indians got all the grocery stores and gas stations. And they cook your fish and your chicken. And they darker than we are, right? And they Hindu. They believe in 1,000 gods. Right? But you go to them like it's okay. We took fish outside, fish ain't no good. We came back out. Y'all got right across the right across from the mosque. 2216 State is Young's Chop Soup. That's right. That man, the mosque been there for 46 years. Young been there for 46 years. We could sell fish on the street and y'all would look at us and go by that pork and rice and look out and say, I know we're wrong, but I gotta eat this rice. Right?
Tell it.
I'm just telling you, I see it every day.
It's weird.
This Chinaman makes more money in a day than most of us make in a year. And he won't give nothing back to the community at all. They'll tell you this, we don't give. Like we don't donate. And they charge, and you still donate. And yeah, they cook dog. Y'all eat it, y'all say it's good. I gotta go. Love y'all, I'll see you later.
Yeah. Let some over here. I don't think we have any mic right now, but we're going to conclude for the day. But we want to conclude by addressing a couple of things. Brother Ralph just mentioned us coming together.
That's right.
Last night I mentioned strategic planning.
Right.
Last night I asked the panelists could they define what strategic planning was? I'm not your smartest guy. I went to school and got a business degree. But the biggest degree I got was the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
So I'm pleading to us today that we strategically plan. And Ms. Powell, I don't even know how they even voted you out of office. But you know what? We allowed that to happen.
Never should.
Because we always got someone that's among us, like my brother Sunshine said. They are tricky. They are like slinking devils. And so I presented to you earlier as I close. I want you to take this home with you. Homework for you to look in the mirror and then to begin to look at other folk that are standing in front of you that's getting certain type of funding. But whenever we ask them to show up, they don't show. They ride around in their fancy cars and they talk a good game.
That's what they
But I want to bring a couple of lessons up, and I might make some enemies after the day. But I don't fear no one but God. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan dropped something on me about 2014 and had to take some root, and then it had to grow. Because he said this, he said that he guessed he would be coming back to East St. Louis. I want to keep it real because we got work to do. So I'm asking us, can we strategically plan?
Yes, sir.
Can we have meetings?
Yes, sir.
Can we plan before we get out here today to have a meeting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got to start funding our own programs.
That's right.
And I told my sister back there who works for nothing. She works off of the love that she gives to the people, but she deserves something.
That's right.
And I want to put some greenbacks in her pocket. So I made the sacrifice, all praise to God. I made the sacrifice and I went out and got an LLC for the children that are coming through the Tate Center. And then I went before them and gave them my word that I would put them out in front of this company. And so as we strategically plan and they come forward, I want to ask you all, if you got a home that need to be painted, that we use them.
Right.
If you got a home that needs some flooring, that we use them. If you have certain things that they can do in the construction field, that you use them. And the company is called The Chosen One. But we won't get rich off the program, but our children are going to learn how to become the entrepreneurs and the next leadership after they throw some dirt on us. So we got to stop being about all talk but no action.
Right.
Let me drop this one on you. I asked that question as I conclude. Who is the devil? I want to go beyond what my student minister said, and I want to take it to another level, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has had asked us to go back and study the lessons that we learned when we were babes. And so I've just been blessed enough to go back and study and dig a little deeper. If the father of the devil, because we are the mothers and fathers of civilization.
That's right.
If we brought them forth and they are only an image of us, but they lack melanin, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Right.
But the father is an original black man.
Right.
That's right.
He taught them to do what they do.
Right.
They had to have a time on the planet. But he said in the Holy Quran, he said that, can you respite me till the day that they are raised? That day is today. He was given respite because Allah said, yes, I give you that until the day they are raised.
Right.
Now he's laying in thy straight path.
Right.
What is the straight path? You can take it in many different ways, but I took it personal. Thy straight path is the path that the man came in. His name was Master Fard Muhammad, and then he raised one, and from that one man came in. And we call ourselves the Nation of Islam. You call yourself Christians. You call yourself NAACP. You call yourself whatever organization it is, but he has to come in your straight path. You have become wise to know not to trust them. But we took from them everything except for the language. And we ran them from among us before. We talking about the ops, what Sunshine was talking about. You can't identify them because they look like you. They speak your language, but they don't do what we do. They don't have the spirit that you have to move things. And so he's waiting, tricking you, and then he tricks you to a point to where when you get good people among you, you want to throw them away. This sister should have never been out of office.
That's right.
She should have never been out of office. And if she's still politicking, I want to find a way to put her back in office. I'm telling you all today, we have to find good people with good moral character who really truly love our people. And I want to conclude with this by saying to Brother Nick Cannon, brother, I just met you. I just met you. And he just keep telling me, like my sister keep telling me, go get it. Hey, go get it. They need to hear that. Go get it. Because I want to say to you all today, I want to make a plea. that what we know and what we have at our house is a root knowledge. It takes you back to trillions of years. You think you only been here a few thousand. And we can prove that we've been here for trillions of years. But the problem is that somebody cuts you off. So you stick your finger in your ears because you don't want to hear. We ain't asking you to come and join the Nation of Islam. That's the military part of us. There's other chambers in the mansion that God has. You have a job to do. I can recognize her. I don't have to know who she is because she's rooted in knowledge. All she had to do was open her mouth up and I can identify that she knows herself. Everybody is not going to put on that flag that we have because you don't quite understand it. But many will come when they get the understanding. So keep coming, keep listening. Would you please work with us?
Yes, sir.
To where we can help our people?
Yes, sir.
You don't owe me a dime. Everything I do is my life, and my death is all for Allah. Allah has blessed me with a beautiful wife back there, Sister Kiva Muhammad. Allah has blessed me with a wonderful son over there, Big Mo. And then all the way from him, all the way down to my 14-year-old, Malik Muhammad. Allah has blessed me with everything that I need. And I don't have to worry about money no more because I worked hard when I was young and built a little nest. So I give myself to the community. I'm just asking us to work together. So thank you all for coming out, and may Allah continue to bless you as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, and don't forget the food back there. There's some more back there. Eat it all.
With their No King's Day, that will be 10,927 days after the Million Man March. I was there 30 years ago in that time. I asked the Almighty to continue to just bless us, and I just want to just say for clarity, that was the most unifying moment between the black people on this side of the river and that side of the river. I stand here from the other side of the river testifying to everybody here. I love the fact when I come to East St. Louis or I come to Cahokia, if they say take me to the leader, take me to a panel of black people. This is a council of sovereignty I bear witness to. So I put a prayer of protection and unified feel around this organization, these people, these brothers, these sisters right now, myself. Let us stand tall and walk proud today and know that 10,927 days ago, we showed that we are a unified people. We marched together as one, Muslims, Rastas, Christians, atheists, whatever you was into, I seen them all. I give praise and thanks to the works of my teacher, Sunshine. I look back over the years, I watched the power of the drum manifest itself in East St. Louis. Keep on doing what you're doing, brother. Keep on dressing the children for success. Keep on preparing them with the rhythms. Thank you for teaching my children. Thank you, Baba. Thank you so much for being a unified field of cultural power with this community. I coach basketball over on the other side with Deborah's own brother, King James. Greatest moment of my life. Yes, our family, this is beautiful, man. I love the East Side. I love the East Side. I love Cahokia. I love coming over. Every time Rick asks me to come, I come. Not asking for nothing, but just acceptance. Please accept me, y'all. Please accept the love that your brothers and sisters on the other side of the river have for you to respect and honor. Recognize the nuance. They just jealous. They just jealous. They just jealous. You see me? Love, respect, may we all go into the spirit of safety and oneness. And remember, we are a unified field, and they chasing our coattail. We've been on this No King's Day movement. I yield.
Attention prayer. Let us pray. Let us pray in the manner we've been taught. In the name of Allah. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful, Master of the day of judgment. Thee alone do we serve, thine aid we seek. O Allah, guide us on the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favors, not the path of those whom wrath is brought down, nor of those who go astray. Amen.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. As brother was saying.